Hi, I'm Damola, and this is Greatness Through Grooming, a regular show about two things: greatness, and you guessed it, grooming. In this episode, greatness comes in the shape of Ash Bhardwaj.
Hello mate, how are you?
Very well, thank you very much. Ash is a writer, adventurer, and filmmaker. And our grooming comes in the form of hair washing and conditioning. So essentially, I'm living my life vicariously through your good self. But how did you actually decide what you were going to do with your life? And I'm sure your mum's asked you that question before.
Yeah, it's been a running joke. It took me a long time
Right.
to decide what I wanted to do. You know, like a lot of kids, I started off wanting to be an astronaut, but I had terrible short-sightedness. I thought about being a teacher, but I definitely didn't want to have to put up with kids in the classroom. I thought about being an actor, but I didn't want to have the years of unemployment.
But right now, you're a travel writer, you're an adventurer, but how did that kind of begin for you? What was the trigger point for that?
So that started with a proposition by two men in a toilet in Tasmania. I was living in Australia working as a cowboy, and I was going to visit a friend in the south of Tasmania, and stopped at a truck stop to go to the toilet. And I went into the toilet, and then these two guys followed me in. I'd just been watching a lot of Sopranos, so I presumed that they were there to either mug me or have some kind of imagined drug deal. A little conversation happened, and it finished with, with one of the guys going, "So we were just wondering if you fancied a threesome." That was definitely the one that I was expecting the least. So,
And you said?
I said no, but thank you for asking. I was very British about it.
Okay, you sound disappointed, like, I wanted to be mugged, I wanted to hand over some drugs, but what they actually wanted was a piece of you. Fine, okay.
The next day I was writing an email chain to friends back home, and I summarised this story, told them what had happened, sent it to them, and got some really good feedback. Like, oh, I really like your story, shared it with my family, shared it with my friends, and that kind of gave me the bug of sharing travel stories.
What next? Are you thinking about other things, or is this what you're going to be doing for the significant future?
I'm pretty lucky. I get to go and do some filmmaking as well. A friend of mine has done a couple of big TV series where he goes and does expeditions, and I work as the assistant cameraman on that. I just get to go and do long walks and film him doing funny stuff, so I'll keep doing those sorts of things.
So Ash, tell me, how much do you know about male grooming?
Shower and soap.
Okay, I think we need to help you out a little. So I'm going to take you to a place where you can find out a little bit more. How's that sound?
Let's go.
Cool, let's do it.
Thank you very much.
So this is Yaseen.
Hi, nice to meet you.
And Yaseen is the barbering director here at the Refinery. And he's going to take us through the hair wash and conditioning routine. And I believe there are 5 steps.
There are. So first step is obviously identifying your hair type. Second, having a little rinse. Third step is shampooing. Fourth, conditioning. And fifth, drying.
Brilliant. So we're going to start with hair type. And to be honest, most men have no idea what hair type they are. Do you know what yours is?
It's brown. That's all I know about my hair.
It's true.
Okay.
It's true. Yeah, so you're looking at texture and condition of the hair. So yours, as I can tell, is quite fine. Yours very similar as well, but it's a lot more dense and you've got a lot more of it, and a lot more coarse as well.
So the only energy I can have is dogs. So
Yeah.
you've got like retrievers and Labradors. Like, they look quite similar, but one's got quite soft hair.
Yeah.
One's got hard hair.
It's
So-
exactly the same.
Yeah.
It's exactly the same. Yeah, so I mean, and then you can get different types as well, you know, greasy hair, or whether it's fly away and quite dry or damaged as well.
But can you tell what kind of condition my hair's in?
Yours is quite dry.
I didn't put anything in it this morning.
I can tell.
Okay, wow. Now this is a really important bit.
So I mean, using the right shampoo for the right type of hair is vital. Using a moisturizing shampoo for someone who's got drier hair, or using an everyday shampoo just for normal hair.
Normally it's just whatever's in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Or I use Thames Water's Finest or shower gel. That's how I wash my hair.
Yeah.
So how would you help our friend Ash here, who would use shower gel instead of shampoo?
So I mean, his hair is quite fine. So I'd tend to use either a hydrating shampoo or I'd use volumizing shampoo.
I mean, what I do is just slap it on and rub it a little bit. Or does the technique?
You want the massage. You want the massage.
Yeah.
It wakes
if
you
I
up.
can have a 2-minute massage, I'm happy.
Well, I mean, a little massage helps to stimulate blood flow on your scalp. So stimulating blood flow helps for you to be able to get hair growth as well.
So you heard it here first. Massage that scalp for 2 to 5 minutes, and that will stimulate hair growth. Wayne Rooney would have loved that. What is the next step?
Conditioning.
Right.
First time I knew that conditioner was a thing was when you go to hotels and they put shampoo, shower gel and conditioner. Until then, I'd never really considered that I would have had to use this.
For shorter hair like yourself, you just want to run your hands over it with a little bit of conditioner, maybe give yourself a little massage if you've got time as well. If you're using a volumizing shampoo, then you'd be using a volumizing conditioner as well.
Right, so when you blow dry your hair, if you blow dry your hair, how would you do it? Is there a particular technique that you would use?
Generally, when you're drying your hair with a hairdryer, you tend to find that a lot of people, they end up with a massive fluff. So blow drying the hair with the grain and smoothing it down with the grain helps a lot. If you were to actually take out a strand of hair, going one way, you'd feel it very smooth, but going the other way, you'd find it. I think you would feel it actually. Try it.
It is. It actually is.
It's true. It's true.
Brilliant. So you're going to put all of that to practice
Absolutely.
on both our hair?
Absolutely.
Great.
4 essential steps. Firstly, starting off with a rinse. Secondly, shampooing. Thirdly, conditioning. And fourth, drying.
Show us how it's done.
Perfect. So we're going to sit Ash back first. We'll make sure it's comfortable. So it's literally the most simple thing. It's literally getting the hair wet. And the reason we're doing that is so we don't put shampoo on dry hair.
No secret technique.
No secret technique.
You don't have to do it in a sink.
Nope. While you're in the shower is perfectly fine. And that's it. So it's perfectly fine to shampoo your hair every day. There's no problem with it at all. And we're going to get some shampoo. So using about that much, which is not much. And on rinsed hair, you start to massage it in.
Are you going to be doing this for me every day from now?
Not too sure about that. Not too sure about that.
So you're not going to be at my house, just sort of?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
So what we're aiming to do is create a nice, rich lather. As you can see, it's lathering up really nicely.
Does the massaging, the rubbing in, is that just nice or?
It does help, believe it or not. Stimulating blood flow on your scalp does help for you to be able to grow nice, healthy hair. So after we've given him a nice little massage, we're going to try and wash out as much product as possible. A lot of men generally try and run out of the shower as fast as possible and tend not to rinse out the product as much as they can as well. So product will sit on the scalp and tend to dry out. Once it dries out, you end up with a lot of flakiness. So a lot of people think they've got dry skin, but they really don't. It's just product lifting up from the scalp.
So lads, just a little bit of patience as you're rinsing out that shampoo. No one wants shampoo flakes dropping on their shoulders, do they? No?
So as we just use the shampoo, generally what a shampoo does is it lifts some of the oils away from the hair. So what we need to do now is kind of pack the hair with a lot of the nutrients that we've just taken out. We're going to use a very similar amount of conditioner, maybe just a little bit more, so not too much at all. So about that much. We're going to kind of run it through just the tops of the hair.
A bit more?
Run it all the way down to the roots, all the way.
And how long would you leave it in your hair in the process?
You can leave it as long as you want, as long as you wash it out after.
So you don't leave it in?
No, absolutely. Yes. Have you been leaving it in?
I have been.
Yeah,
there we are.
Me too.
So if you want to have a feel, you can feel how there's no greasiness or any kind of slip there whatsoever.
No slipping.
Perfect. So obviously drying your hair is all down to preference. Whether you prefer to towel dry your hair just quickly and then run out the house, leave it to dry naturally. It's totally down to you. If you want to use a hairdryer, which we'll be doing today, the best thing to do is travel in the way the hair grows.
So it's like wood, you don't sand against the grain, you sand with the grain.
Exactly. But you can see how shiny his hair has become now. Perfect.
There you go, looking fabulous, dude.
Fine young gentleman.
Well, thank you very much.
No, thank you, mate. It was great. Really enjoyed it.
Glad you enjoyed it. And yeah, will you be, keeping the whole grooming thing up?
Well, maybe not on the expeditions, but definitely when I'm back in London. Cheers, man. Thanks very much. Catch you later.
That's all. See you soon. And that was Greatness Through Grooming. If you enjoyed, don't forget to share and subscribe. Until next time.